The Central Intelligence Agency, a whisper in the corridors of power, a name synonymous with secrecy, intrigue, and covert operations. Since its inception in 1947, the CIA has operated in the shadows, a phantom force shaping global events from the Cold War battlefields to the streets of South America. Its mandate to gather intelligence and conduct clandestine activities to protect American interests. But where does patriotism end and dangerous overreach begin? The CIA's history is littered with tales of daring rescues, successful coups, and ingenious intelligence gathering. However, these accomplishments are often overshadowed by the agency's darker side. The failed Bay of Pigs invasion, the MK-Ultra mind control experiments, and allegations of involvement in assassinations and drug trafficking have tarnished the CIA's reputation, fueling distrust and suspicion among the public. The agency's secretive nature makes it difficult to separate fact from fiction, truth from carefully constructed narratives. This lack of transparency has made the CIA a breeding ground for conspiracy theories, some more plausible than others. But one thing is certain, the CIA wields immense power, a power that has at times been used not to uphold democratic ideals, but to subvert them, leaving behind a trail of unanswered questions and a chilling reminder that some truths remain hidden in the shadows. November 22, 1963, Dallas, Texas. President John F. Kennedy, young, charismatic, and full of promise, is gunned down in broad daylight. The official narrative, a lone gunman, Lee Harvey Oswald, acting alone. But for many the pieces never quite fit. The Warren Commission's investigation, while thorough, failed to quell the doubts that lingered in the minds of millions. Witnesses reported hearing multiple gunshots coming from different directions. The magic bullet theory, explaining how a single bullet could inflict multiple wounds on Kennedy and Governor Connally, strained credulity. Oswald's connections to the Soviet Union and his alleged ties to communist groups raised questions about potential foreign involvement. And then there was Oswald himself, silenced forever by Jack Ruby, a two-bit nightclub owner with his own shadowy connections. The assassination of JFK remains the greatest unsolved mystery in American history, a wound on the nation's psyche that refuses to heal. Was it the act of a lone madman driven by twisted ideology? Or was it a meticulously planned conspiracy, orchestrated by powerful forces threatened by Kennedy's vision for a more just and peaceful world? The truth, shrouded in mystery and speculation, may never be fully known, but the shadows of doubt continue to loom large over that fateful day in Dallas. Martin Luther King Jr., the Baptist minister who dared to dream of a nation where his children would be judged not by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character, met an untimely end on April 4, 1968. Shot dead on the balcony of the Lorraine Motel in Memphis, Tennessee, King's assassination sent shockwaves through America and the world. While James Earl Ray confessed to the crime, doubts about his motives and the possibility of a larger conspiracy persist. King, a staunch advocate for nonviolent resistance, was a thorn in the side of the establishment. His unwavering commitment to racial equality, economic justice, and an end to the Vietnam War made him a target of both racist hate groups and powerful figures who saw him as a threat to the status quo. The FBI, under J. Edgar Hoover's leadership, had King under constant surveillance, viewing him as a dangerous radical. The official investigation, despite concluding that Ray acted alone, left many questions unanswered. Witnesses claimed to have seen other individuals at the scene. Ray himself later recanted his confession, alleging he was coerced into taking the fall. The King family, convinced that their patriarch's murder was the result of a high-level conspiracy, has long called for a new investigation. Jeffrey Epstein, the enigmatic financier whose wealth and connections allowed him to operate with impunity for decades, personified the dark underbelly of power. His private island, Little St. James, became synonymous with depravity, a haven for the rich and powerful to indulge in their darkest fantasies. The allegations against Epstein's sex trafficking, pedophilia, and the exploitation of countless young girls shocked the world and exposed a network of complicity that reached the highest echelons of society. Epstein's suicide in a Manhattan jail cell, while conveniently silencing him, did little to quell the outrage or answer the myriad questions surrounding his crimes. Who were his powerful clients and associates? What did they know and when did they know it? The list of visitors to his island included politicians, royalty, celebrities, and business tycoons, fueling speculation and conspiracy theories about the true nature of Epstein's operation. The Epstein case, much like the scandals that have plagued intelligence agencies for decades, highlights the dangerous nexus of wealth, power, and impunity. It serves as a stark reminder that justice is often elusive for those who dare to challenge the established order, and that the powerful often operate by a different set of rules. The full truth about Epstein's crimes and the extent of his network may never be fully revealed, but the stench of corruption and the haunting faces of his victims serve as a chilling reminder of the dark side of power.